Hi Vogue, my name's Paris and we are going to walk through my hair care, skincare, and daily makeup situation. First up, I always start with the hair. I don't wash my hair every day, which some people might find gross, but my hair doesn't get greasy and it's good for me to just maintain the shape and curls of everything. So I did shampoo and conditioner for this. And then the first thing I do, I spray. I buzzed my hair just over 10 years ago, and I realized in the last few years that constantly bleaching and straightening it was not helping it get longer. And I've had to do like an extension situation. And so on my day-to-days, I just try and take care of the natural texture and let it do its thing. And it actually has been growing a little bit because of that. So after this, I'll do one pump of this in one hand, and then another pump of this in that same hand. And I mix them together. And I kind of just try and spread it out as much as possible. The length is extensions and the texture is natural. And my girls, Brianna and Nikki at 901, were able to find textures from great lengths that match mine. They were able to add like 4 inches with extensions that match, which is really cool. So I'll do this little scrunchy thing with it. And the scrunching kind of allows it to keep its shape as much as possible. Sometimes I do a little bit of heat protectant, especially if I'm air drying in the sun. But kind of less of that. The saving grace though has been like a salt spray. It helps those pieces clean together so that it doesn't get like frizzy. And then the last thing for hair is I do just like a hair oil. I do pick up things from kind of everywhere that I go. I was just on an island and I collected sea glass, but if I'm ever gonna take something from Mother Earth or like Mama-ish, I do make sure to always leave an offering behind. Otherwise, it feels like stealing. I feel like that's the best way for me to stay clean in my energy. And then the final thing, which I'm gonna stop the video for, is I do 2 protection braids on either side. Protection braids are really great when you're leaving the house. And you can infuse it with essential oils if you want. There's some really nice oils like peppermint that would work great. Okay, so braids are done. On to skin. I wash my face with a cleansing serum. I started taking care of my skin a few years ago. I was just doing it wrong. So I was having all these crazy breakouts. And then now I learned like a pretty simple process that works well for my skin in the climate that I live in. I think the biggest thing that affected my skin, especially because I live in a really old house, was the pipes. I had like some really bad breakouts and I realized, oh, it's the water. And so I have a filter on my shower head and my faucet sink that has been a saving grace. That has helped with the really big cystic ones. And then the small bumps that I would get, I was able to get rid of by not using any oil-based products. I use a water cream. It's water-based, which is kind of like the ideal for my kind of skin. And then I put on sunscreen. This is the one sunscreen that doesn't make me kind of clogged. I've tried the longer routines, and anytime there's like a big commitment like that, I find myself not doing it. And I think the least amount of pressure for anything is better for me in like my personal life. So like even when it comes to like journaling, you know, I don't know if other people are like, whatever, like apologize to their diary. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I haven't written in weeks. But like I used to do that, and it's just like this pressure to journal every day. And I'm just like, I'm gonna do it when I feel called to do it. And I think having a shorter routine for my face has been better, especially because like, you know, in the morning when I wake up, I wash my face, I put these things on, and I'm out the door in 10 minutes, which is really nice. And then I start with makeup. I use 5 products for my face. I think this is actually like an eyeshadow. It's a Chanel eyeshadow, but it's creamy, so I use it for contour. And I just draw a little dot, and I rub it in, And it's easy to rub in when the sunscreen and moisturizer are fresh. It's harder to do throughout the day. I don't really play around with makeup so much anymore. I think I used to, especially in my teen years when I was like, I had a bit of an emo phase and I loved the dark eyeliner and the different color mascara and just everything. And now it's just, I like to keep it simple and easy. I use a lip stain that I let dry for a second. This is almost, it's almost out because I use it like crazy. We're gonna go on with brows. I went through some rough patches and just realized that, you know, when I'm like, oh, I need to do things that make me happy. I got into like rock climbing and just hanging out with friends. A lot of my free time is spent hanging out with friends. Recently, my best friend got me a little bit into photography, and, you know, my music is kind of just like the air I breathe. Take that off. I also have a mini sunscreen that I use. Literally just a miniature version of what I put on my face. Okay. The stain's super subtle. I'll go back in with the eyeshadow and just do a little bit on the bottom and top, which help shape the lip a little more. And then this, which is chocolate, tastes like a Tootsie Roll. It's technically a lip sleeping mask, but I wear it during the day, and it gives just a very slight darkness to it. I was pretty like scared to start doing music because I've like kind of been playing guitar for like, I don't know, since I was 13 or 14, and I just like suppressed it as a hobby. And then in my like early 20s was like, I can't do this anymore. It's what makes me happy, and I just have to do that, especially because this was before I figured out all the other things that made me happy. That was kind of the only thing that like got me through the hard times before I got sober was music. And then, you know, when I got sober, it helped me be like, oh wow, music really is everything. It really is like the air I breathe. Other than service, it's just, that's my primary purpose. This is my day to day. Like I'm going to the studio after this and doing more music. This is my highlighter that my girl, Lisa, who does my makeup when I'm overseas, Lisa Potter Dixon, got me on this. It's just a little highlight I put here. Something that's very exciting is I was in the studio with my friend Jason, and he was comping vocals for a song that we were doing. He was like, are you old enough to the point where, you know, your perception on love has changed yet? And I'm like, every love I've had has been deep but different. And I was kind of telling him about the relationship that I wrote my first album about. I was telling him, like, yeah, it just felt like our souls had been stitched together. And I was like, huh, no, that's actually a bitchin' lyric. I went into the other room and in under 60 minutes wrote this song. It started coming together so quickly, and I was so excited about it. Sometimes I get in my head and feel like I need co-writers, and this is a body of work that I did 100% by myself. That is the next single. I got this forever ago. And I don't use it too often, as you can see. I got it like maybe 4 years ago, but it smells like a bonfire. So I'll do like 1 or 2 sprays of that. And then I have these little oils that I really like. This is made with saffron, and I love this scent because it reminds me of my dad. We lived in the Middle East for a time, and he used a lot of their perfumes and stuff. And then this one I also have, which I got from Lake Shrine, which is just like a temple oil. And I like how it smells. It's very strong, so I'll leave a little bit on my wrists. And then I'll do the saffron one, which this one I'm very generous with because I really just love saffron so much. So that I'll put kind of everywhere. And if I'm not wearing white, I'll also put a little bit on my clothes. A lot of my friends have given me a hard time over the years about not wearing deodorant. And because I am, if you can't tell, one of those. So I started using one, and you know, it's because the ones that are like the crystal deodorants, those don't work. I had a deodorant that was 100% natural and was like, I think it was like Nag Champa or like Palo Santo scented. It works for an hour. So this is the closest I can get. this is it. I'll keep scrunching, especially in the sunlight, so that it finishes drying. But this is my day-to-day, pretty much. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Vogue, thanks for having me. I'm gonna go to the studio now.